If you want to create your own master page, the best way to do it is to copy an existing one. End of story. Now, I understand that this v4.master file is really complex, and when you look through this, you'd certainly be forgiven for thinking, surely it must be easier just to start from a blank slate, start to build our own, and we'll have a lovingly crafted example of HTML perfection. But you'll probably find that starting with an existing one and either ripping out or adding your own content is by far the preferable way to go if you value your time at all, because there are just so many placeholders and so many dependencies that you must have in your master page. It's easier to copy one. Now, your first question might be, can I just directly edit v4.master? Can I make my changes in either design view or code view and save that? Well, sure, you absolutely can, though I do recommend copying it anyway, particularly because any change you make to v4.master will instantly be used by anyone viewing any page on this website as soon as you save it. So if you make a simple mistake, you could break the site for everyone who's using it. So it's pretty simple to do. I'll go to my master pages section, either by clicking on the breadcrumb or on the left-hand side, and literally just do a right-click copy and right-click a blank area and say paste. I want to rename this one, so I'll just call it my new layout.master. They do have to end in .master. And I could click in here and start to edit this one. And even if I decided just to make this an experimentation, I just want to go through and start ripping things out and see what happens, this is certainly a worthwhile thing to do. As a very simple example, maybe I'm looking at some of these tags, I'm not sure what impact they'll have if they're not there, so I'll grab just one, this line 19, SharePoint :CSS link, and I'm just going to cut this out and save this. It's going to give me a warning that I'm customizing this page, that's fine. Now, I'm editing my new layout.master, but the site is still using v4.master, so I have to change the default master page for this site. Well, how do I do that? It's very, very easy. We go back into the master pages section. I can even see the little I that's telling me here that this file has been customized from the basic site definition, which is good. And all I need to do is right-click it and come down and say set as default master page. That's it. This is now the master page for every page on this site. Now, if you have a site with the publishing feature enabled, you'll be able to change the master page using the web interface. There's actually a settings page that will let you do it, but you can't do it with a site without the publishing feature enabled. We have to do it in SharePoint Designer. So I jump back into the site and refresh this, and we'll instantly see that that one line change that we did, that pulling one tag out, seemed to make quite a big difference. That's because, in fact, the tag that I pulled out is the one that will generate the links to core v4.css. And we can immediately see how much that's actually been adding to our site even before we start to touch it. So this is kind of an example that even though you can use these files and start to play around and experiment with them, a typical master page has a lot of dependencies. It needs a lot of tags inside it, which is why we often don't want to go from scratch. I'm going to paste that tag back in that I'd copied out a moment ago. Now, if what you really want in a new design is a customized version of the current v4.master, more than just, say, color changes, you just want some basic layout changes to play around with this, then this would be fine. You could start with this and use this as your basis for development. But this is a complex page, and it takes a lot of experimentation if you're intending to make really big design changes. So let me show you another option.